Hey church, how's it going? I hope you're having a good Friday and hope you're having a good week. I wanted to share with you just briefly out of Psalm 23, something that we talked a little bit in our growth group this week, a couple days ago on Wednesday. That was really just an encouragement and something that I've been meditating on more since. And by the way, so for us, we just started a few weeks ago, just looking for simple ways to incorporate the Word as we've been having Zoom meetings on Wednesdays, as I'm sure most, if not all, of you are. But a way to not only just stay connected, but also stay in the Word together. So we just do a verse a day, and there's a series on Right Now Media with Matt Chandler that has 6 or 7 minute videos. They're real short, so we watch those and then talk about it. But Psalm 23, verse 3 says, He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. This part of Psalm 23 is starting to get more into really what the Christian life and what our walk with Christ looks like as our good shepherd. And it's all really based on, and the whole psalm builds out from verse 1, which is, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And this idea of finding all our satisfaction, all of our contentment in the Lord. He's a source of life and joy and everything, and not finding or searching for those things in ourselves and just the fragile world around us, which of all times, I think we're more in tune with just how quickly things can change. And so, the foolish builder builds his house on the sand, the wise builder builds his house on the rock. And so this psalm really just builds out from that. And a couple of things just to share on verse 3 that really stood out to us in our conversation that were encouraging. Really starting with the latter part of this verse, he leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. So what does it mean that he leads me? And really we have this picture of a shepherd who on a daily, intimate, connected basis is leading and caring for his sheep. So that's always the picture we get of God. When often we feel fragmented or disconnected in our walk, we can be encouraged that his intention is for this to be a daily exchange and relationship. He leads us daily through his word, through the encouragement of the scriptures, through his indwelling spirit who prompts us, speaks to our innermost being, and also through community, through gospel community in his church. So God has really knit together this whole network and ways of just communing with him daily. So just an encouragement in that, but also that he's doing this to lead us in paths of righteousness. So regardless of what is going on in life, what we're walking through, sometimes that path is really rocky and crazy and shifty. Sometimes it's pretty smooth and flat, but regardless, he's leading us in paths of righteousness so that the purpose in any and every season and everything we have to do or walk through is to conform us to the image of his son, is to develop actual righteousness in our lives as we live it out. So just an encouragement in that. And the latter part of this says that he does this for his name's sake. And there's a couple things I think that means. One is that we had talked about a bit, was just that gives us the confidence that he's going to accomplish it, right? In Philippians, that he will complete the work that he started in us. And the idea that really all throughout the scriptures, when God says, I'm doing this for my name's sake, it's for the honor and glory of his name, to display his strength. And it gives us the confidence that he will do it. He will accomplish it by his great power through us. And so no matter how different or crazy or difficult a certain season is, we know that he's working for a purpose in and through that. Secondly, I think this really helps us to focus in, and it's helped me a ton, just to be reminded of what incredible purpose we do have on a daily basis. I often find myself just sometimes torn between what things am I supposed to be doing in order to have a purpose, or in order to be doing like what I should be doing as a Christian. And so maybe if I'm not able to just be killing it and sharing the gospel, or I'm not really loving my, not talking to my neighbors or whatever, or maybe I'm not reading the Bible enough. I can really quickly fall into this, like, where is my purpose? But to know that we do things for His name's sake, I think it changes the question we ask. So the question each day for us, and that's helped me, is not so much what should I be doing today for His name's sake, but rather of the things God has put in front of me, how can I be doing those for His name's sake? And I think that radically changes the way we approach our day. I think that even as things have changed for me personally, I felt still as busy or not more than before, so I don't perceive a whole lot of this extra time to fill. So I think I've been stuck in that struggle a little bit lately. But what this verse reminded me of is, of all those things, how am I to be doing this for His name's sake? There's time in the morning, like I haven't found as much alone and seclusion time just to spend quiet time with the Lord. I get some of that, but then my kids are up pretty quick. So repurposing some of that time too. Like my time in the Word is not just individually, but there's several opportunities through the day and in the morning just to read through just a verse with the kids and talk about it. I often don't look at that as me getting into the Word, but that's just one example of like, oh man, this is a great purpose, this is a great time, and I am in the Word because I'm doing that, in the morning with the boys, and then we do it before family time. I often just sort of split that out as I'm not doing enough, but realizing, oh, you know what, this is for me too. This is for me to walk with the Lord, and for us to do that together. So that's just one area that stood out as, man, I need to be doing this for His name's sake. And so anyway, just wanted to leave that with you and encourage you with that today. It's a great psalm, great one to camp out in, and hope that encourages you, and hope you have a good weekend. Looking forward to worshiping together on Sunday. Talk to you later. Bye.